My passion for cars goes back to, from being just a little kid, just loving cars and just really, really having that deep passion for cars and, not any car in particular, but just cars in general, just being a true enthusiast. A properly clean vehicle always gives a person that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of accomplishment, and just feeling proud, when you get into a clean vehicle, you know it's clean, from the wheels, the tires, the windows, the interior, the paint is just glossy, has a lot of depth. That is something, it's just something to feel good about. When people see your car, you feel good about it, you're proud. And that's just a feeling that I've had since I was a little kid. If I saw a clean, shiny car, I'd be like, oh, look, mom, clean car, clean car. And choosing attention to details, I was looking for a professional. And trying to find a professional was difficult. I definitely did a lot of research. I did my homework, and looking at their reputation and Rennie as being the choice of Air Force One detailers, I was just really impressed. Rennie as a detailer, I admire because he's been at the very, very, very top, and and he started in humble beginnings at the very, very bottom. So for someone like that to start there, make a business, make it grow, and be at the top, and be as successful as he is, that's a great inspiration for me and for any other detailer. Going in, I didn't know what to expect. I've only spoke to Rennie on the phone. I spoke to his wife. I didn't have any type of impression or expectation to go off of. I just went in there with an open mind and willing to learn. And after, I was really impressed with the program, how he taught everything. It was laid out, very easy, not overly basic, but not overly advanced to where you wouldn't understand what he was talking about. Rennie assessed me as a person in the beginning and as a detailer, but he really wanted to see, what my personality was like and what type of person I was. And, Rennie, he's a really honest person. He won't beat around the bush with you. If Rennie identified any weak spots in any of his training or anything that I didn't understand, he'd slow down for a minute and, he'd let you know. He's a very good judge of character. He's a very good judge of your skills. And if he felt that you weren't getting it, he'd make sure that you'd get it. I had an opportunity to detail, a one-of-a-kind car that a lot of people will not ever be able to get their hands on. Of course, I detailed, some other cars, like, Toyotas, Hondas, Ford. But being able to do a special project with Rennie was definitely an honor. It was a custom hand-built car, which took about 10 years to build. Being able to work on a car like that and being able to see the result afterwards definitely made me feel proud that I know that I could go out there and, put my hands on any car out there and make it look just as good. Rennie is a really personable guy. He wasn't the type of trainer to where, you come in, you train, it's time to go home, and you're done. With Rennie, he came in, we talked. He asked if I wanted a cup of coffee. He offered to buy breakfast or whatever I needed to get going in the morning. He asked about, my son. We talked about just normal things. And then we got down to work. And it was work. It wasn't just, play. It was work, and it was a lot of hard work. But it was worth it. And I appreciate the time that Rennie took with me to teach me things I need to learn. Me and Rennie, we're friends. I mean, I don't really call people friends just leisurely. I mean, me and him, we had a bond, and I think that was pretty cool. Someone that I could talk about anything with. If I wanted to call him up and just tell him about, what type of crappy day I had, he wouldn't mind. If I needed to call Diane and ask for some business advice, I could. They're great mentors, they're great coaches, they're great people, and I just really admire them for that. What I was able to absorb in a week is just tremendous. It was a lot. It really was a lot. I mean, I may have paid for a week, but I probably got more around a week and a half, close to 2 weeks of training. From when I got there Monday and when I left on Saturday, there was a tremendous amount of things that I learned. The key things that Rennie taught me was correction, perfection and protection. And those three key elements will definitely separate professionals from amateurs. The training I received with Rennie and attention to details is definitely second to none in my mind, because all the skills that I received, I think I'll be better than, you know, more than 80 to 90% of the detailers out there, and especially here in Las Vegas. My overall impression of attention to details is they really strive for your detail success.